somehow draws more power than the original screen, so wouldn't the battery life be reduced? Maybe? I'm not sure. Now, dash charge, these devices, if they're still in frame, I mean, this is one of the best things about the OnePlus 5 system. I think it's what, 30 minutes for a 60% charge? You can't go wrong with that. Now, overall, the phone hasn't changed all that much. It's not like massive upgrades or anything. It's a nice refresh, same processor, same battery, just a little bit better all around. Now, the best part about it all is that the price hasn't changed. This thing launches at $500, which is the same price as the original OnePlus 5. I think it goes for sale on November 21st. So yeah, if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you guys next time. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what these are the cases. And I didn't open them because I'm not much of a case person. I don't love the red. I also don't love the wood, which is 2 of the cases. The carbon fiber looks pretty cool. It's just not something I would rock on my phone personally. But the sandstone, which is like the original OnePlus kind of texture, I like that, but I'm just not a big fan of cases.
The heat equation is a fundamental differential equation, conducive to pretty pictures, widely applicable, and the subject of my dissertation. So, what is the heat equation? Before we get into the math, I have a very difficult announcement to make. This is my final episode as the writer and host of Infinite Series. It's been an incredible experience. In the last year, we've learned a lot together about infinite chess, simplicial complexes hidden in your brain, quantum algorithms, and so much more. I love researching and writing about this fun math and talking to you all about it, within the videos and in the comments. You all, engaged, thoughtful, curious, are my favorite group of 150,000 collaborators. But after 44 episodes of Infinite Series, my dissertation is calling. It needs to be finished. So I'm going to submerge myself in research. Don't worry, I'm leaving the show in very capable hands. 4 hands, in fact. At the end of this episode, I'll introduce you to the 2 new writers and hosts of Infinite Series. They're fantastic people with some really exciting mathematical ideas. But first, I'm gonna talk math. Since I'm leaving the show to work on my dissertation, I wanted to share a bit about the topic, the heat equation. Let's start with my favorite question to visualize. What does an idealized model of heat diffusion look like? Let's imagine a giant, endless, infinite sheet of metal. For mathematical convenience, overlay a grid. Now, imagine you light a very tiny and very powerful match directly underneath the origin, the point 0, 0. This super special match instantaneously creates infinite heat at the origin and 0 heat everywhere else. Immediately remove the match and watch the heat diffuse along the surface, radiating out from the origin. After a short period of time, most of the heat will be concentrated around the origin. It won't have traveled very far. Those points will be very warm, and faraway points will be very cool. So this is the graph of the distribution of heat. The height at each point xy on the plane indicates how much heat is at that point. As time progresses, the heat will spread more evenly and the graph will flatten out. Because the heat is equally likely to move in each direction, the graph will always be radially symmetric, meaning that the function has a constant value on circles around the origin. It sort of looks like concentric circles. The graph sort of looks like a bell. It's the 2-dimensional analog of the more familiar 1-dimensional bell curve, aka the normal distribution. The tricky thing about this function, the one we're looking at the graph of, is that there are 3 variables at play: the time t and the location xy. For a fixed time, like 10 seconds or 100 seconds, we can write a function in xy that will produce a bell-shaped graph. But the function changes with time, so we have to include a parameter t for time. So the entire a real-world engineering problem, one would need questions you can ask about solutions to the heat equation, on different surfaces or within different regions. Can we estimate the amount of heat? Like, how extreme? Before I move on to that and say
You're here in Infinite Series.
Gabe Perez-Giz and Ty Danae Bradley.
Hey everyone, my name is Ty Danae. I'm a mathematician and also creator of the blog Mathema. I'm very excited to join you here in Infinite Series and I can't wait for us to do some cool math.
And I'm Gabe, the former host of PBS Spacetime. I'm back. As you guys may know, I'm a physicist, so I'll be bringing more of a physics perspective to the topics we cover on this show. I think you'll dig it.
And they'll see you next time on Infinite Series.
PBS Spacetime. I'm back. As you guys may know, I'm a physicist, so I'll be bringing more of a physics perspective to the topics we cover on this show. I think you'll dig it.
And they'll see you next time on Infinite Series. Thanks to Curiosity, we're very careful about how we do it, specializing lines